What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in and watching and listening to my rants. I appreciate your appreciation. In this video, we're gonna talk about what is divine. What is the divine, right? We always hear divine truth, divine moments, divine divinity, right? And we always think, you tell me, what is the first thing that pops into your head when you hear the word divine? Probably something like some sort of a higher way of being, some sort of a higher truth, a higher dimension perhaps, right? So us humans, we sort of recognize that, hey, look, there are higher ways of being, there's higher dimensions, there's spirit worlds, there's dimensions that are higher, even ways of being that are higher than what we normally as humans do, right? But if that was to be true, and if there was something higher, then that something higher simulated this lower dimension that we're in, which is we call planet Earth, we call the universe, right? Then that means that the video game itself is a divine act. We're inside a simulation, right? This is a video game. And whoever simulated this thing is a divine being, right? A divine being is simply someone with superpowers for us humans, right? Something higher. But also, it's us. We're divine beings, right? We are divine beings. We are that consciousness. We are the programmer that programmed this thing, just experiencing itself subjectively, which makes us divine, which makes a human being divine, which makes everything within this video game divine. That means every moment is a divine moment, and every act is a divine act. Hence, the divine shit. When you're taking a shit, that shit is divine. Okay? That shit is a divine shit. That is a godly shit. That is a sacred shit. Because to be a human being is to be a divine being. And that means anything that a human being does, anything that a human being goes through is a divine act. Because there's a divine being inside that human body. So inside that human body, sitting on a toilet or squatting in the woods, taking a massive shit, that's a divine being taking a massive shit. And that means that massive shit is a divine shit. And you know what? You take that shit in the woods, that shit gives life to a lot of organisms. Believe me, okay? It's part of the ecosystem, which makes it divine. So that means everything in this video game, everything in this simulation is a divine act. The act of creation is a divine act. It's by a divine being, by a being that is all-knowing, that is all-powerful. That is you, that is me, that is the trees, that is everything. We are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively, right? So that means we are that one consciousness that created all of this to experience different possibilities of itself. Right now, this consciousness is experiencing the possibility of being Saeed in this video game that it created, this divine video game that it created. You see? So to be divine, to see the divine, is to think of everything that you do as a divine thing. Because it's all... Oh man, I'm slipping here, it's muddy. As above, so below, right? This lower dimension is just created in the image of higher dimension. Earth is created in the image of heaven. Okay? Like, really, this is a divine place. And although it's a simulation, like right now I'm in the woods, I'm looking at these trees, I'm like, these are beautiful trees. I'm hearing the birds. These are divine sounds, man. These are the sounds of heaven. I'm looking at this river, I'm hearing the sound of water. This feels like home. This feels heaven. This feels like heaven. It feels like this is where I belong. And I think that's just because this thing we're in here, this existence, being human, being, anything in this universe, it's all created in the image of God. It's all created in the image of the Creator, in the image of heaven. And the Spirit of God, if you will, for lack of better terms, is infused within every aspect of existence. Within humans, within the water, within the sun, within the stars, within the trees, within the dirt, within the shit, the waste byproducts of animals. Humans are animals, right? It's all a divine act by a divine creator that is just trying to fucking have fun, entertain itself, and experience itself in all these different possibilities, right? So I don't think the divine is something that is unattainable or hard to attain or something that you have to work towards. I think it's simply realizing the magnificence of being alive, the magnificence and the wonder of being a human being, just the wonder of being alive, man. Like, what the fuck? You know, what, like, you know, what is this? What am I having? What is this experience? What is this talking thing that is talking in front of a camera right now? What is that? What is this human thing with two eyes and a nose and a mouth? What is it? What is a human being? What am I doing here? What is existence? What is the purpose of this? The very fact that I'm inquiring about this, the very fact that I'm self-aware of myself, the very fact that I'm self-aware and I'm questioning my own existence, I'm looking at my hands, I'm saying, this is a hand. I am aware that I have a hand. That is magnificent. And so that to me is what the divine is. The divine is knowing that it's all a divine thing. It's all magnificent. It's all full of awe and curiosity and amazement. And it's all beautiful. That's what the divine is. The divine is in every moment. The divine is when you taking a shit. That's a divine act right there. How, you tell me, how is it that you eat some food and without even having any conscious control or conscious thinking, your body takes this volume of food, takes the nutrients that you need out of it, and then dispels them as waste that goes through this tube, right, and out of your asshole. You don't even think, it just happens. Now that's divine. If that's not divine, I don't know what else is divine. Okay, what you don't even think about it, it just happens. Right? It just happens. Whew. So yeah, I don't think the divine is unattainable. I don't think you need to meditate for a bazillion hours to become divine. You are divine at all times, every time and everywhere, and every place you go to is divine. Every moment is a divine moment. Every moment is a beautiful moment. And there's a saying that everything should be meditation, that every act is meditation, every moment is meditation. And I think whoever said that was meaning to say that every moment is divine, every moment is special. No two moments are ordinary. And everything passes, it's all temporary, right? Everything just passes, it's temporary. And yeah, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. God bless you all. We're all divine beings. We're all amazing beings. To be a human is to be divine. To be a soul experiencing human is to be a divine thing. You are a divine thing. We're all one. That's the truth of life. Me and you are not different. We're just different manifestations of the same consciousness. God bless you all. I love every single one of you guys. You're all amazing beings. As always, don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.